Hi everyone, my name is Harshita Asnani and today we are going to be studying about reflex actions. It basically is one of the favorite topics that I've ever studied because up till now we've been studying about neurons, but in this particular case we'll be studying about different types of neurons and where exactly are they employed to perform their respective tasks. So just to begin with, firstly, I hope everyone is already aware of what neurons exactly are. So they are the functional units or the basic cells which are supposed to perform very crucial functions in the nervous system because they are supposed to pass on electrical signals to the respective organs. Now the signals can be from the receptors to the brain or spinal cord or from the brain to the effector organ which is going to make a change and cause the action to occur. That is what exactly occurs with the help of neurons. In the case of reflex actions, we'll be understanding where exactly does electrical signaling begin from, which neurons are employed at the initial stage, then where do they take the information, and then finally which organ is supposed to make a change. That is supposed to be the agenda of today's session. So let's get started. So basically we already know that receptors are very closely associated molecules that are present in association with our sense organs. We have 5 sense organs, right? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin, right? So receptors are closely associated with each of these sense organs. And with the receptors, neurons are closely associated because the receptors are going to pass on the signals which will be interpreted by the neurons and they will pass on the electrical signals to the brain and spinal cord depending on what kind of action they are supposed to cause. For example, in case of reflex actions which we are going to study right now, the neurons are going to pass on the information to spinal cord because spinal cord is meant to control all the reflexes of the body. So let's get started. For example, by accident we end up touching a hot cup, right? So the receptors that are present in our skin, they will get activated, and soon after the neurons that are closely associated with the receptors, they will get the information or the signal, and this signal will be passed in the form of an electrical signal within the neuron. Okay, please mark my words that I am saying that electrical signals can only be passed on within the neuron, right? So electrical signals will be passed on within the neuron. What are signals basically? It's basically just a form of passing on information from the area from where the information is emerging to the area which is supposed to be concerned with taking actions based on whatever change has taken place, right? So that is what happens. Now the neurons that are closely associated with the receptors and which are supposed to pass on the information from the receptors to the brain or the spinal cord depending on the type of action as already mentioned. So these neurons that are closely associated to the receptors are what we call as sensory neurons. Okay, it's a very important type of neurons because it passes on information from the receptors to the brain or spinal cord, right? So once this information is passed on through the neurons, and also there's something that you need to remember that up till the time the information is being passed within the neuron, then it will be passed in the form of electrical signals. But the moment it reaches the end of the neuron, that is the axon bulbs, then between the neurons, that is in the synapse, which is the junction wherein two neurons meet each other, some certain chemicals are released which are called neurotransmitters. Now these chemicals will be interpreted by the next neuron and the next neuron will understand, okay, now I have to pass an electrical signal through me. Okay, so the other neuron also sets up an electrical signal, and then again whenever the electrical signal reaches the end of the neuron, chemicals will be released, and then those chemicals will be interpreted by the next neuron, which will again set up an electrical signal, and that is how the information will be passed on. For example, in this case, since it is supposed to be a reflex action, right, you can't think about it that okay, I've touched a hot glass, I need to put my hand back. You'll have to definitely do it within a fraction of a second to minimize the damage caused. So for that matter, the information will be passed on to spinal cord, because spinal cord is the organ which is supposed to be concerned with the reflex actions, right? Now spinal cord, once it has interpreted, okay, this has happened, it will cause the reflex action to occur. Now what is the spinal cord supposed to do ideally? It will inform the muscles to retract themselves, or take the hand back so that the person cannot be harmed. So now from the spinal cord also there has to be some way, right, with which it will pass on this information to the muscles so that muscles can act accordingly. So for this particular job, different kind of neurons are employed, which are called motor neurons. Please understand the difference between these two neurons, because they are very, very important. Sensory neurons carry the information from the receptor to the brain or spinal cord, and motor neurons will carry the information from the spinal cord or brain to the effector organ so that the change can take place. So the motor neurons will again carry the information in the very same manner, electrical signal within the neuron and chemical signals between two neurons, right? So once the electrical signal has been generated and it finally reaches the effector organ is the muscle which is supposed to make the difference. Once that occurs, so the muscle, there are some proteins that are present in the muscles which they will change their shape and they will cause the muscle to retract, and finally the person will not be harmed. And all of these things, it might be sounding a lot of information, right, but it takes place in not even a fraction of seconds. That's how fast the neuronal mechanism is, that's how fast the electrical signaling in the body is. So that's just the beauty of human body, I guess. So once the motor neurons have taken the information from the spinal cord, they will pass on the information to the effector organ, which are muscles in this case, right? And finally the hand will be taken back, as in the muscles will retract the hand so that it doesn't remain in contact with the hot cup of water any further. And finally, this is the entire thing that happens during a reflex action. This entire series of events that has taken place is called a reflex arc. Okay, what is a reflex arc? It basically comprises of all the events and the components that are involved in setting up a particular mechanism wherein they are going to conduct the information from the receptors to the effector organ in order to bring a change in the body. And by a change in the body, what I mean to say is that whatever action is supposed to be required to be taken by the body, depending on the type of action. Now, for example, had this not been a reflex actions case, then the sensory neurons would have taken the information to the brain, then the brain would have processed it, and then again motor neurons would have taken the information from the brain to the effector organ. That is how the body works. So just remember the series of events very clearly. First of all, the information is taken by the receptors, wherever the receptors are located. Then the information will be taken up by the will be passed on to the sensory neurons. Sensory neurons will pass on the information in the form of electrical signals from the receptors to the brain or spinal cord. Brain or spinal cord will finally interpret and pass on the information to the motor neurons. Then once the motor neurons have taken the information, and they will start conducting it in the form of electrical signals, and they will finally send this information to the effector organ. In this case that we just studied, the effector organ is muscle, but there can be a lot of different cases, right? Reflex actions can be required at any given point of time by any part of the body. So that was the agenda of our class today. I hope you guys were able to understand everything. So yeah, bye bye.